Highgate Selectboard meeting, Thursday, August 1st, 2019. Our first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for coming. Are there any public comments that are not on the agenda?
I got one, if you don't mind. It's been brought to my attention about the, this lister's position there that supposedly does and don't. I was told that Peter stayed on because nobody wanted to help. I don't know if that's correct or not, but I was told. I've been asked to request, Richard Wilkins is interested in taking a position only when you need him, meaning taking over where Pete would. And so I told him I would bring that up.
He's in here every day. He hasn't said anything.
I
Just saying.
don't know. I'm just following when they asked me, you know, a lot of them.
Well, Richard's in here dropping off milk daily.
Yes.
Maybe you should say something.
Well, he asked me, and I said I'd bring it up. That's all. And I'm here for my own thing, but while I'm here, we laugh. So. he
So do
asked-
we nominate him? Want to make a motion to nominate him?
You want to find out if he's really interested first?
He told me he was. He told me he was interested. That's why I'm asking for him, because he said, I would take that position.
We're adults.
So
I'm sorry?
We are adults.
Submit something.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
he told me that he would do it if we needed him, is what he told me.
And he told me today, because he's interested in doing it, because he'd like to help out, and he knows that, he knows it's not a lot of hours.
Okay,
And
so,
he would be interested for sure, and not, he said he'd rather take where Peter's job. I mean, if Pete was ready to leave. So that's two, and I know in the book here we had talked, I just kind of looked it up, but we normally have three, but we've been getting by on two. Nothing to do with me, I'm just doing the request like I do with everybody.
have any of you in the office heard Pete was getting done?
No.
Okay. So I would suggest if Mr. Wilkins would like that position, he can give us a letter of interest and we'll
Yeah.
handle it that way, because that's usually an elected an official.
To clarify, he's not interested in the third full-time position.
Well, he figured that Pete was helping out and filling out because nobody took his place.
So when
he's
Pete's ready,
asked-
he would like to take.
He
Pete's
would like to
position.
take the place because he knows that if he was to leave, he would be stuck, kinda. And he's looking for shorter, you know, the hours, they don't take very long. and-
So he don't want to come in now?
He would if that's what he told me, but I mean, I don't know how you handle that, but I'm only doing the request for him. You know, so you
Well-
can take that and that way I know. I
Did he
did
give
my
you a
job.
letter of interest to hand in?
No, he just mentioned it
Where
a
about?
couple times and this, I asked him again because I had to go, I've been servicing his car. And I said, if you're serious, I wanna know, I'm not gonna mention it to the town. And he says, yeah, I'm definitely serious, and I said, okay, I'm gonna bring it up, and then, I don't know why you don't. I
Well, you
figured
should've said
I figured he might be here tonight, but, I don't know why. But I'm only the messenger, so to speak. And, he had brought it up numerous times, and I don't know what the deal is, but, it's just for me to bring it to the board and they can, and you can tell them, do I gotta tell them that, or you, what did I, how do we do that?
Apparently we're going through you as a mediator, so
Yeah, I don't know why.
you might as well tell him, give a
Yeah,
letter of
I can.
interest.
But
Okay, he's
Town
the-
clerks.
I was told that Pete was actively seeking an individual to replace him. That he had spoken to a couple of other people who were interested for a short time, but then decided they really didn't have time.
That's true, which is
and
why
they
if Rich
backed out of
was
the job.
interested, I don't understand, as often as he's in here, that he hasn't stopped in and talked to Pete himself.
I don't know that, I don't know.
Just a little confused.
Me also. I'm just the messenger.
Okay.
The messenger. But, because I see him quite often for vehicle, whatever, and coffee. I told him I would address it and then see where it went.
You should come in and talk to Pete.
That's all I'm gonna do, and I can tell him that he needs a letter and bring it to the board.
Yeah, he can just drop it
Bring
off with
to,
Wendy.
What's that?
He can just drop it off to Wendy
Okay,
if he's in here
Okay.
already.
I done my job. Got one.
All right, any other public comments?
I don't know whether I'm supposed to talk now or.
Nope.
or
Yeah,
am I-
you're in.
You're
Right here.
next.
Shoot.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so we have Dick Harper here, who is the All Arts Council and Summer Sounds Concert Series
Exactly.
extraordinaire.
Thank you. Little history. Back in 1990, Ray Tangway, who was here before some of us were actually born, came to me with $200 and he said, hey, let's have some music in the park. And after I was done laughing at him, that's what we did. From that very humble beginning, we built a series that is live free concerts almost every Sunday evening through the summer. And they've been not just here, but all around Franklin County. And along with the arena and the Dead, Summer Sounds has really become one of our defining brands. People know about Summer Sounds, and I think that's a pretty nice thing for Highgate. We've made a couple of decisions back then that have made it possible to keep this going and growing. And the first one was bands are available on Sunday nights. And they're cheaper then. So we book bands on Sundays, and that's why Summer Sounds are always on a Sunday night. The biggest thing that I can think of is that this has been a great public-private and arts partnership. Because we have the town involvement, that helps us with funding, of course, but because we have business involvement, that helps us not only with funding, but also with getting people interested. And of course, we bring in community groups every time we've got the host group. And that gives them a chance to show the flag and even raise a little money for themselves. So that formula has worked very well for us all along. And of course, we've always kept it low key. You may have seen the wonderful lighting we do with my clown lights. That's rather than putting in big stage lights. And of course, for me, we've always booked performers from away because I wanted to bring in folks that we don't get a chance to hear in the county rather than people we all know. So I think of that lineup that we get as kind of a medley. We usually have a mix of very good bluegrass, country, folk, gospel, jazz, pop, rock and roll. But we've had opera, we've had Cajun, funk and R&B, tribute bands like Elvis the last couple of years, and Johnny Cash. And they've all been family acts. And of course, each concert is free. This is kind of a neat statistic. Other than town bands, we're the longest running free outdoor concert series in Franklin County.
Woohoo!
And over these 29 years, we've had Summer Sounds concerts for sure in Enosburg, Fairfax, Franklin, Highgate, Richford, St. Albans Bay, Sheldon, and Swanton, with those towns underwriting them as well. Oh yeah, and of course in Highgate, every year of that mix. And I think the greatest mark of our success is that Summer Sounds itself has settled as a Highgate series, but many of the other towns are doing their own thing. So we've got weekly concerts in St. Albans, we've got monthly concerts in Swanton, and so on around the county. Between the towns and restaurants, there's an order of magnitude more music in the county and more art in the county than 30 years ago. I don't remember there ever being music in the Blue Lion. No, that didn't get a laugh. Nobody remembers the Blue Lion.
I remember the Blue Lion. French onion soup.
Okay, that's the good news. Here's the bad news. It's time for a change. If we want Summer Sounds to continue, I need your help. It's time for some fresh ideas. It's time for some fresh acts. And it's time for me to retire. So I want to train my replacement over the next year and then hand them the reins for years 31 and beyond, assuming we as a town actually want to continue the series after next year. So, got anybody in mind to be me?
Richard Wilkins?
ain't done enough.
I think Steve would be a great choice.
I would accept it 100%, but we're a lot down on the weekend. A lot of times I come when we finish it, when the band.
Yeah, when we're finishing up, you sort of honk and wave.
Well, I haven't honked and waved, but I rolled out my window and listened, and it is a great event. It is something that certainly helps, we have a lot of interest in there. I mean, there's cars parked down through, everybody in their lawn chairs, and, you know, but in my situation, I've got a couple of issues, and I know, like I say, and just couldn't happen for me.
I shouldn't say this out loud, but we really need somebody younger than either of us.
There. Whoa,
Sorry, Steve.
I know you're a little older than me,
Yeah, I know.
maybe. And that's a good thing. So I think we're on camera, so if anybody's listening,
Hi, everybody.
if anybody's listening, it would be good to actually
Yeah.
somehow young blood, and you know, there's a lot of younger blood that likes musician stuff.
Mhm.
They don't have to be an expert at it. And like you said, if you would take them under your wing enough to start them, that would really be a plus.
The two nice things about doing it here in the county is we've been doing it long enough that you don't actually have to know all the musicians because
Yeah.
they know that this is someplace to come.
Right.
So people ask me, hey, can I come play? And they're asking me from outside of Franklin County. So that's a good thing. And the other is, well, it's fun. I have a lot of fun doing it.
You know, I think I remember you saying last year you were giving us up and doing that, so maybe we could stick you in there another year.
No, I'll
You know what
stick
I
in
mean?
for this coming year.
Yeah.
But the whole idea here is if
Yes.
we want it to continue,
Yeah.
we really,
To grow.
you know, I could get hit by the bus tomorrow, so we really need to find a replacement for him.
Okay.
Evangeline looked down at her feet.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
there-
yes, we'll, hopefully put the word out now.
That would be good.
And,
And the more of us who try to do that, including the nice folks watching on channel 15, sorry, your channel 16 or 17?
15.
16, okay. The nice folks watching on, I'm used to being on 15. The nice folks watching on channel 16 might know somebody as well. So. Oh, and by the way, I need hosts. That's the other ongoing issue, is that there are a limited number of folks who are available to be our community groups. And it's important to keep them coming. That's all I've got.
Okay.
Okay, so what type of person are you looking, what skills might one need for this position?
Probably the two best ones are a little bit of an organizational skill and a little bit of being able to go out and beat up all the merchants to get the money out of them. I shouldn't put it that way, but you know, the businesses here in town are limited. Everybody's got their hand out, so we have to give them a reason to want to contribute to this.
Okay, well, it is a wonderful program.
Thank you.
We're very happy to have it in Highgate. And think you do a fabulous job.
Well, as I said, I like doing it. I've enjoyed all these years.
So yes, it would be nice to have someone brought up under your tutelage
It'd be
and,
nice to have somebody even better than me.
okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Community
Yeah.
celebration
Do you need
update.
me for anything else? Here.
I signed you up for all kinds of stuff
Okay.
for the,
All right, I guess it's back to me. Community celebration update. We have quite a lot going on that day. There's celebrations about the past of the property and looking towards the future of what's coming on. So I'm just gonna demonstrate a lot of that stuff, old and new. So we're gonna have music, and don't know if I can pronounce all this, and Kaya Jamley?
Kai Jamil.
What is it?
Kai Jamil.
Yeah, okay. The music for seniors would be Tom, and then it's again Caston again? Yeah, I got that. And Scott Martell, playing the old time music. We're gonna have food from the fire department, 11:30 to 1. So hot dogs, hamburgers, the proceeds are gonna go to restoring the Veterans Monument, whatever they make, which is fantastic. So 1 o'clock to 8 p.m. the CM concession smoked barbecue. Free ice cream cones will be through the St. Albans Fire Department, Police Department, I'm sorry. They'll be passing out free ice cream, so to get used to the new people that'll be involved in our town for this year. So for the kids, we got Mike and the Big Blue Trunk, hula hoops at 11, bubble pool, pet and zoo, fire truck tour, butter making. And for the kids of all ages, the historical photo booth, you can get your picture taken in the historical costume, and historical cafe panels of the historian at 1 to 4. Historical Society Museum tour is open. Historical trivia contest, Rise Vermont smoothie. Is that that's the same?
You have to ride the bike to make your smoothie.
Okay, all right, I guess I remember that now. I had to ask that, remember, I was here, but there's so much going on. But the volleyball, start your own game on the playground. We want your pictures, stories, artifacts about the property, if you have them. We need more volunteers. The volunteers will get a t-shirt. And we have a picture of the t-shirt that is very nice, that we're having made.
Yes.
You zoom in on that, it's a great. Cool. So, and I believe there may be some events we may give a few away, right? Possibly. That's the way I'm thinking, I remember the
Prizes.
conversation.
Yeah. I think they'll be for sale too.
For sale, and
Whatever.
a few events they could possibly win in that. So we do have a sheet, if anybody has, anybody beyond what we already have, if they thought they could help, we'd be interested in having them. So they could give us their name and phone number and when you could be here. Yeah, okay? So I think, were we supposed to talk about the bike tour of our governor? No?
Yeah, but I think Evangeline wants to talk about the historical cafe.
Okay, you want to bring it up first?
I do
Okay.
have
Cool.
a little information. I am happy to say that this morning, a meeting was held here, and we were meeting to discuss the historical cafe portion of this celebration. And we have formed a panel. There'll be 3, possibly 4 persons to facilitate these sessions. And we were fortunate that the Lambert brothers, Raymond and Henry, better known as Hank, joined us and will be on this panel for that day. And will help to, as I said, to facilitate what might be discussed and points of interest that we have, such as the Steinhauer property, what was in the olden days, and the foundry, and the surroundings of this property that we have. So I think it'll be a great time, and it's coming together very nicely.
Great.
And the weekend before,
Yep.
Rise VT has organized, there was an article in the Messenger. They've organized a bike tour starting in St. Albans. And the governor will ride with any experienced bikers that want to do that route. So, did you want to talk about it?
No, I think we covered it. There's a tour that they're going to start in St. Albans, go to Swanton, Highgate,
Yep,
and back to,
they'll be in Highgate around 11:15.
yeah, that's what it
So
says here, yeah, 11:15.
anybody that wants to be here to welcome the governor
Sorry.
and talk about our community revitalization efforts and what we've done for bike and pedestrian, please join us.
Okay, so some great things going on in town. Good way to learn about your community and meet some more community members. So, anything else on that? You're all set?
No, it's good.
All right, thank you very much. Ty, the recreation department update.
Hey, whoa,
Pardon me?
I was stopped down at Field Days today, and there's a guy that wants to be a vendor, but he wants to know if there's any, I didn't know the whole thing about the power, and he wants to know if there's power to run his ice machine and his pretzel so he can make drinks, and if there's any way we can rig something up, because he said if he can't have power to make his drinks and stuff, he can't,
That was somebody other than we already had.
No, that's the one I talked to you about
Okay, yeah,
yesterday.
I think we've covered that. We definitely have, we can make that work.
so,
Power.
so I can
You
tell
see
him.
him? You see him?
I did call him and he called me back last night, but I said he should come and look.
Yes.
That's what I told,
See,
I tried
he
to have
needs
him come to the
visit.
meeting, but he said if there's a
Yeah.
big crowd down there, he
Yeah.
didn't wanna leave
Yeah.
down there, so.
So I told him maybe when he finishes that, he should see the site first because we haven't offered electricity to any of our vendors.
Has he been the
But
only one that's
it-
asked?
We've basically said no to everyone because we can't supply it to everyone, but it was a desire of the group to have someone with cold drinks there then.
Right.
There is a
So-
spot but it wouldn't extend out further. He'd have to be in a certain spot closer to the building.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah, he's gonna have to be up against a building or something.
Yeah, right, because our power don't extend out, so all the other vendors would be out.
So he's gonna come see me tonight when I get back here. Do I tell him that we will have power for him, or?
Yes, you
Yeah.
said to tell him yes,
Yeah.
but I asked him to come and see the site
Okay.
and make sure,
He'd have to be at a certain spot.
because
Yeah,
That's it. He couldn't be out with the rest of the vendors.
we're just talking a simple,
Simple and plug.
electric, I mean, an extension
something.
cord, that's all we can
Yeah.
offer him.
Yeah.
So
And
if he
that'd be-
needs something
he
beyond
he said he
that,
had 3 blenders and a
Yeah.
pretzel machine.
All with that. Yeah, we could
Yeah.
accommodate that.
Mhm.
So the best thing is to bring him up and,
Yeah, he said he's gonna be going through it like 7, coming home at 10, so after field days, he should
Yeah.
check out the site and commit.
okay.
Okay,
Make the review.
Thank you.
okay, Ty,
Hey, how's it going?
good.
Update first, or the bylaws?
Sure. Update first.
Update, currently, registrations are open for, fall soccer, age 4 to grade 4. You can get on highgaterec.org, create an account if you don't already have one. And register for that. I think what night it was. One night this week, we had Pelkey's Archery. We filled that with, I believe, 15 each group. That went well. Last year, we had some open spots, so this year we had better turnout. This coming Monday, there's a women's self-defense course for women age 14 and up. It's 6 o'clock, 6:30 to 8 o'clock. There's still openings. If people would like to register, tomorrow is pretty much the deadline. Need help registering, call the arena. Dan will get you registered up. There's plenty of openings for that. It's all the instructors are all female from, that's what they do, is go around and offer this. And we've been
excellent idea for young women who are going off to college,
Yes,
who already attend college, even high schoolers.
absolutely.
Great idea to
Yep.
have some pointers.
We made it, as a board decided, being the first year, we would, out of our budget, we made the fee $20, and the rec aid $15 of what it would cost. So it would cost $35 because there's 20 spots available. We paid $15 and the registration is $20. So.
Nice.
Just as a community service.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's, I believe there's still 12 or 14 spots open. If anybody who's interested in doing it. We're doing pickleball Tuesdays and Thursdays, a morning session and an afternoon session. There's floor hockey Monday nights.
Rollerblading.
Rollerblading on Wednesday nights. Maha's doing a dry land. It's hockey oriented, but it's you don't have to be a member of Maha if you're just trying to get some
Interest.
physical activity. That's on Tuesday and Thursday nights also. And that's it. I think Dan is going to work with Richard on getting the cross country up and going. And we'll get some building usage this summer.
Yeah, you could also, speaking of cross-country, Richard, could incorporate the rail trail and the town property over there. Because there are some trails through the woods out there,
Out,
like behind the transfer station out
Yeah.
there. There's a bunch of trails out there that somebody might want to look at that you could incorporate to give you some variety.
We're hoping the governor can ride there, part of our
Yeah.
future rail trail and see how much a need it is to actually, even between 78 and 78.
Yeah.
Just to, it's needed. It would be a huge asset to the town. And, obviously we're going to expand this one in Sheldon, but getting him on there and seeing that, needs some maintenance. And we can keep up with it once it's there.
Will you be there that day?
I hope to be.
Awesome.
Yeah.
so Ty, have you found a coach?
We have not, as far as I know, Richard, I was out of town all weekend and I haven't been over this week, but we have not, as far as I know.
As of right now, I've got a meet for Highgate Rec, October 2nd at 3:30. I got you a meet
Yeah,
at Richford Country Club.
okay.
So,
So we need a coach. We need
yeah.
we need some players.
I might have you one.
And I had one.
Perfect.
Oh, there you go.
My brother was interested in coaching high school,
Okay.
so this is even closer to home.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Nice.
You ask him, he just had a baby today.
Well, that means he needs extra money.
Today.
20 bucks.
That's when I started running.
Yes. And I don't know if Megan's still interested in helping, and I know we got a couple middle schoolers that if it's a later practice after their practice, they can help. They can't be a coach, but they can
Right.
help, and I may make my son go run some extra.
Nothing wrong with that.
Right. I'm gonna holler at them. I think, yeah, that's it for programming.
Yeah.
Anything for like a CPR course or a babysitting course or?
I was kind of waiting to hear, I know the last library update that I was here for it. Michelle was talking about some money for employee-based AED and CPR, and I was gonna have Dan reach out to her again and see what's available and we can get to happen. I think it's needed.
So you're also here because you have plans for a new building.
Yes.
So you need our signature in order to apply for a permit.
Correct, for the town permit.
Yes.
The question I have, and it was an email from Sam, the zoning administrator, that covered the town, but she stated that we would need to reach out to the Williston branch of, for the state to look, to see if we needed any state permitting. My question is, we being who? If the town was to, any other department in the town was to build a building, who would be responsible for figuring out what we need for permitting at the state level? Because I'm far from.
It's not as bad as it sounds. You just tell them what you're doing and then they say, I want you to call fire and safety. And typically you just have to get a permit that says you've already gotten a permit from the state. But usually the contractor gets those permits. So I can call if you want me to call for you, but it's not a.
Who's actually building it?
I don't.
So you haven't got to that level yet?
We haven't, no, we're not doing a GC and have somebody do everything. We're getting bids from Sticks and McEwen's, and I think it's gonna be a
Community project?
community project.
I think your state permit is somewhat dependent on the cost of the project. So you're gonna have to put a dollar number to it
Right,
to get it. And that's what they charge you is based on your number.
okay.
Okay, can you reach out for them and make that happen? Or at least see what we need to have?
Yeah. I mean,
What's the purpose of the building?
it's storage shed.
Yeah, I got a question. We do have that property with the rafters and the building in the back that we had talked about possibly using for some to do with that, possibly.
Thought that was already spoken for by the
All of it or
highway
half of
department.
it? All of it or half of it?
I don't know that.
Who was spoken for at the other end?
The
So,
town,
I don't
The
know
town.
what
The
you're
work
talking
group.
about.
The pole shed on the Mason
Oh,
property.
the pole barn over
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, the whole barn, the rafters, really, pretty much rafters.
Yeah.
So that was spoken for sure, the whole building?
I don't know if it's the whole building, but I know that the highway department wanted to put it over by the sand shed.
yeah. And we got the back.
As long as, I mean, it's useful. That's why I'm getting at. I don't want that to go to waste.
We got the back half of that garage is fairly good rafters there.
Great.
That back half of that garage, the rafters there.
Yeah. All of it, really.
Okay, so
Nice building.
Heidi will reach out and find out what you need,
Okay,
and she can, get back to Dan
okay.
to let you guys know
Same in the back.
what you need.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you guys wanna look at this before we make a motion to sign.
What's that? I know. That's okay.
Richard, have you went through the bylaws already, right? 'Cause you were at the meeting. Okay.
Is somebody gonna be at least acting as foreman for doing this?
Yes, Ryan, yes, Ryan Masco on the board.
Okay.
That's his profession, and
Right.
he's the one reaching out, so he's heading this.
Okay, well, I mean, you can get an army of people with hammers and saws, but
Yeah,
if there's not some direction to it,
I've been on them projects before, Bruce. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't think it's gonna be, ask for volunteer day.
I read this on the computer, I was hoping,
Okay.
You're asking for professionals.
hoping this
community
piece of
to
junk would
help
work,
you.
I
but
think Ryan's reaching out to other builders and going, you know, we have quite a few
Yeah.
builders in
Yeah.
town. And that is the last I had heard.
So could that be talked about, or what you guys were just talking about, the back garage, using those rafters and stuff, or are they, you know, is it possible?
It's possible, Richard, but if we're asking, for like a volunteer day, that means going over, strip the old roof off.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be more hassle than what you'd say.
It's gonna be more money too, you think?
No, but the potential of actually making it happen is limited.
Get the rafters down.
There, you are within your budget for your plans, right?
As far as I've heard, yes.
Okay,
That's including the rafters and everything about it already.
right.
Yeah, so they don't really need it, Richard, sounds like, for that. It's just an offer that
Yes.
when the time does come,
So is it wrong to ask what, I didn't see no prices, is it wrong to ask what that building's gonna cost?
No, they have,
That's
how
right
much
for
in the
you.
CIP, do you know?
He encourages you to ask questions.
I don't have an answer. It sounds like I'm unprepared because
So you don't have an answer what that building's gonna cost?
no, I have not seen the final
Bids.
quotes on stuff, yeah.
That right there is just a,
You're right, what
Zoning
do
permit.
you, if I'm gonna build a cow barn, at least I know, I have an idea, I don't have the quotes, but I got an idea
Yes.
up here, what, do you have an idea, what,
Yes.
does somebody have a number?
Shelley's gone to get what they
Okay.
have in their capital improvement
Okay.
plan already set aside for it.
Or, you know, I just wanna know what's set aside and what, you know,
I will tell you, we started out with it going to be a block building, and the price came in, the quotes came in, and it wasn't feasible. We didn't have the money for that. So now we're going back to the drawing board. It's going to be plywood walls with tin on top of them, plywood roof with tin on top.
is it gonna be insulated or
No,
it's not gonna be insulated? Are you gonna store the tractor in there too?
yes.
So they have $30,000 set aside.
30,000?
Yep.
And 28 by 28, you said, is that what I read?
28 by 40.
28 by 40, okay. Okay,
Alright, so can I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Sign the zoning permit for the rec department.
It shouldn't exceed over 30,000 though, right?
Right, if it exceeds over 30,000, they gotta figure out how to raise the extra money.
Okay.
I will second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Ty, would you like to sign this and? Then at least that part will be done? Okay. Alright. And then you have another thing.
I do.
You have bylaws.
We have bylaws. We presented them last time, and there's a lot of questions, and we never actually officially adopted them.
Okay.
We revised them some this time. We took some good ideas from Swanton, also Franklin had just revised theirs.
Good.
No point reinventing the wheel.
Right.
The only one I got, Ty, in there that bothers me, I look at your recreation department and we got all these things and we got the select board, you're in here, you gotta make so many meetings and all this. I don't think it needs to be in there. We don't follow it in the select board.
The library has it in their bylaws and they actually
Yes.
have terminated trustees for
But-
not.
But I agree with you, Shelley, on an extent, but if you're ones that are running the town, it's okay, they don't come, we don't come, we should be terminated too.
Well,
You see where I'm coming from?
we
You're
can put
elected
that
and
in
they're
our,
appointed. I think that's the
bylaws.
only difference.
Oh, okay.
That's the difference, really, that, you know.
I think you're right, Richard, I think, but I do think it probably, I don't know.
Because
You
it-
can terminate an elected position, but
Right.
it should be held at a
Because I think we got more important things to talk about. We need to be here. Right? You know?
I
yeah.
have a question. On page 1, I noticed this, Article 4, I guess you'd say Section 1. The commission shall consist of a minimum of 5, maximum of 7 members. Are you trying to say, there's 2 points here, but are you trying to say it will consist of a minimum of 5 or a maximum of 7? The language is a bit unclear.
Yeah, our point was, no less than 5 and no more than 7.
So okay, I think there needs to be a couple more words put in there to straighten that out. And then the next sentence says, if found members are needed. What's a found member?
I guess if a vacant position.
Commission will submit a posting to the public. I
just cross
guess,
out found.
yeah. So I don't know if you want to try and wordsmith that right now, or shall we? Or if the commission shall consist of a minimum of 5 members or a maximum of 7 members,
Yes, that's fine.
all of which shall reside in the town of Highgate if
Members are needed.
members are needed, commission will submit a posting to the public. I don't know,
Okay, yeah.
that's your copy, so I don't wanna just start crossing stuff out or what have you. A minimum of 5 or a maximum of 7.
Okay. Any other changes? Richard?
No, that's the only concern that I had, I think.
Okay. Any other concerns for you?
I don't remember seeing anything else.
Okay. So can I have a motion to accept as amended?
So moved.
Okay, second.
I'll second it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay. So if we change that, those 2 sentences, and if you stop by, I will sign it for you.
Absolutely.
Okay. So-
Is there a spot for the select board to sign, or is it just your board? It says co-chairs, secretary, and director.
I think it should be the select board also.
Okay,
We can add in line too.
well, I'm not opposed to signing this copy and we'll change the front page, if that's agreeable.
Sure.
We'll call it
Does that need a
directors.
motion?
You can certainly make a motion for that.
I would move to, sign the copy, we have it present, and change the front page as amended.
Okay, so I'm gonna sign under directors.
You want a second? Or did you
Yes,
second?
second, please.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. So you sign and Richard sign. Anything else for us, Ty?
Just, not for, just, public is interested in the rec department, everything's on our website, higgaterec.org. Always looking for volunteers to help with programs we offer, always open for new ideas of what they would like to see in the programs we do offer. You know, if times don't work for people, I'd love to hear feedback.
Yeah.
We just can call the arena at 868-4406. Reach out to Dan or any member of the commission.
Yep, the rec department and the arena are there for everybody.
Correct.
So it's a great resource, and the more involvement we have, the better. Okay, thank you very much, Ty. Shelley, treasurer's update.
Joy Park. Have a great evening, guys.
You too.
How are you?
Good. Yourself?
Good. Good. Check warrant.
Okay.
Right there for
All
you.
right, do we have any questions about the check warrant?
Oh, yeah. I think I'm all set.
Okay, Bruce?
No.
Okay. All those in favor of signing the check warrant?
Aye.
Aye.
Actually, I should probably let you have a motion
Move to,
first.
Yeah, how is it?
I tricked you, Richard, see if you were paying attention.
move to sign the check warrant.
I'll second it.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Speed this
Takes
up
a
quick.
village.
Yeah.
Okay, while you're signing that, I just have a very few couple of things. Back to the Scott Martin question on the iPad. Have you thought any more about that? He came in earlier this week, was asking if there was a verdict.
Okay, so he wants to buy his iPad and return a new iPad to the town.
Essentially.
Any thoughts?
Doesn't sound like that good a deal for him, but
Right.
I'm good with it.
it's fine by me
Yeah.
if he's,
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All those in favor?
Aye.
aye.
See, I tricked you again.
Yeah.
You want a motion?
Go Bill on it.
Liz, yep.
Okay,
Your-
have a
your
motion.
turn,
I'll make the motion.
Got a second?
And I will second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Laz, our architect for the ADA modification project, just got Heidi the payment requisition today. We had discussed in our first meeting what the select board meeting schedule was, so he could get them to us prior to that, so it could make it into the check warrant.
Right.
That didn't happen. So I'm wondering if you would give me permission to mail this check, even though it won't be until it will be in the next check warrant. It is for $36,757.78. It's for all the first stuff that Millbrook has done around the building for our ADA, which we have set aside for this project. I just want to be able to, I don't want them waiting for it because someone else didn't get
Failed
us.
to, yes.
Right.
So this is Millbrook's payment?
Millbrook's money, yep.
And this is the first?
But what the process with this project is everything they do has to go through LAS,
To be approved.
and then LAS passes it on to us. So
Okay.
I'm sure they weren't the holdup.
So do I have a motion to allow Shelley to send the payment to Millbrook for the ADA project for their first payment?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Auditors will be here next Friday for their first day, August 9th.
Okay.
And then the Friday after that as well, August, I think that's the 16th. So 2 Fridays in a row, and they've already been here one day. So that starts that process. And then I just have one more thing I'd like to talk to you and executive about real quick.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Okay. Wendy.
I just have minutes.
All right.
Moving on.
So has everybody had a chance to look at the minutes?
I would move to accept the minutes of
Okay.
July 18th, 2019.
I'll second it.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, Heidi.
I'm all set. There's a grant update in here. Basically, the project list is turning to completed projects. There's a significant amount that are done. I just have to close them out with the paperwork. So we are getting caught up on our backlog of projects. And I have a new one in here. So we talked last time about the one sole bid for the bollards. You have 10,000 already put aside. Separately, we had put aside 5,000 as a match for the annual safety grant from your insurance company. So if we apply for that, use our match, you'd have 20,000 for that project. You'd be able to do all of the garage, complete that.
Okay.
So I did that application. If you are in favor of signing, or submitting,
Okay.
we'll put that in.
So you understand this, that this would allow us to use the funds that we have to do not only the outside that we had approved, but also to do the inside
For
of the bollards.
bollards, yeah?
Yeah, for the,
Yeah, you told me that the other day,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
okay, so
And
do,
that's the highway department.
Yeah.
correct.
It's not the fire department yet.
No, you'd have a little bit left over, so you could
There's
do
another-
something,
There's
or
another year coming.
another year coming.
They haven't hit the
Don't talk
Don't
too
say it.
finalized
Yet.
Don't go there.
Okay, so do I have a motion to sign the grant application?
So moved.
Okay,
I'll second it.
all right, all those in favor say aye.
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 And this is specifically for the
Guess I'm the
bollards?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
guess I'm the senior municipal officer.
That be you. Yes. We put it aside when we were doing capital budgeting, the $5,000 match, with the understanding that we have applied every year, so we will find something to apply for. And we had talked, the only other thing was doing the AED paddles, which is a much smaller purchase. So to get your bollard project moving, we bumped it to that cause and used the money you had set aside for the bollards, so that you could get at least one side completed. Continuing on the projects, the frontage road box culvert award went to Goodhue Contracting, and we have their contract all set to sign. He's initialed on each page and signed.
Did you have any questions about that, or did you see that?
That's the one on the,
Frontage road?
yeah, I think I've seen that.
Okay. We agreed to go with Scott Goodhue Excavation.
Yeah, that's the one we opened the bids last meeting, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm all set with that.
Okay. Bruce, all,
Yes.
okay? Can I have a motion to sign?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Alright, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, I'm a little confused about this, but,
How did that get there?
I do not know that.
All right. I can actually wipe that out and put your,
Okay.
for some reason Randy's name was there. I don't recall putting it in.
Okay.
It's the heat.
Yes, absolutely. Okay,
Okay, the other two contracts were done last
Yes.
time. So Hannah Road reclassification, we talked about it last time, you made a decision to go forward. You asked me to just modify that letter to include information about potential for increase in traffic once the Macy Road Bridge is completed. So that's in there.
okay. Alright, so do we have a motion to sign the letter to begin the process of recertification of the Hannah Road?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 While you're signing that, Butch asked me to initiate the conversation with you about how the town will proceed with maintenance of the school parking lot. You have historically plowed the school parking lot. It's a little bit different scenario now, so he's asking for your advice, what to do.
Go ahead.
So this was something I brought up at the school level, at the SU level, when they were forming their budget, because MVU and Swanton both are
Hired.
hired out. As far as I know, they put money in their budget for the cost of plowing or snow maintenance for this coming year. What that dollar value is beyond me, and what their intents are on who's gonna do it is beyond me also, but that's the knowledge I know of.
I think, Sharon,
Yeah?
I think we need to check with Butch. Ask him if we should put a bid in and go from there. I think right now I think of us doing it for free, I think it shouldn't be.
No, I agree with that 100%.
I think now that it's a district, Highgate's kind of on the back burner. I think we need to have the board needs to have a chat with Butch and sit down and see what he thinks, and if it's something that they're interested in, we'll give them a bid. If not, then find somebody else. That's what I'm feeling. I don't know what the rest of you think, or,
Yeah, it's not town property. They have a $37 million budget.
yeah.
Even when it was the town's property, it was unfortunate, but nobody even put a load of gravel in there. So I have a hard time having any sympathy for that, so, yeah, I would agree with you. If Butch wants to put a bid in, great, but otherwise the SU can take care of their property.
I think the SU, if the SU want to talk to you guys, they need to initiate it of, hey, you know,
Yeah,
snow's coming in hopefully 6 months, not 5.
or 3.
You said it already. It's only August.
No, I agree with that. Bruce, what's your feeling?
It's the supervisory union's responsibility.
Right.
I don't know if, I never,
soon.
I'm not sure really why we even want to undertake more
Right.
snow plowing.
I,
I know we did the school in the past, just, but
yeah, I don't think Butch will be hurt at all if he doesn't have to do it.
So how do you
Alright.
wanna proceed? Do you wanna chat with Butch first, or do you wanna just send a note to the union saying, we no longer feel responsible, let us know if you
I think we need to chat with Butch first. That's
Okay.
my feeling. And just because he's, you know, just have a chat with him either way, you know.
Okay.
I just think I think that's under respect. I think, you know.
Okay, so we'll reach out to Butch. He's gonna have some other issues for us anyway, so.
Okay. You asked me last time why the roads were painted, even the ones that we're supposed to pave, and I asked the district and he said they just come back after you pave it.
Okay.
They were probably in the area and just did it anyway. And I hope to have a design presentation from Geodesign that's working on the transfer station in September 5th.
We'll be able to reach out to Casella and inform them of what's happening.
I did reach out to them. I did not hear back from them yet. I'll follow up with that.
Yeah, I'd like them involved in this process.
So, there is a B25 update in your folder, and they want you to make a decision on realigning the intersection a little bit, not a lot. So I can't put my hands on that right now.
So by the way, the bridge
Oh, it
is doing exceedingly well. They are, have done a fabulous job. So,
It is open, so you can drive across.
so the contractor plans to keep the traffic on the new bridge through next week. If the removal of the old bridge goes well, the contractor will shut down the Macy Road on August 12th. And it'll be shut down until all the approach work is finished and paved. So that, that road will be shut down for probably a month while they get that project finished. Or at least close to finished. They'll have to do some seeding and stuff next spring, but, so great news. They had already started to cut up the old bridge. And for those of you who were wondering what they're doing with it, they are chopping it up and sending it away on trucks. That is the most efficient way for them, and it's part of their contract with the state. So that gets loaded on trucks and taken away, and they expect that to go very quickly, so.
It is going fast.
Yeah, no, they're doing, could not be happier with AL St. Ange, done a great job. So that is the news. So if you live in the area, the Macy Road will shut down on August 12th. And the highway department will have signage up before, but be aware you will not have that route for about a month. And that's the scoop there.
So that's the update, and then they made a modification. This is the existing scheme. They've changed it a little bit, and they just wanted to make sure the town was okay with that before they proceed. So that's what they're proposing now.
So this is proposal is made by the state, not just willy-nilly. So there's a new, it's hard to see, but there's a new proposal for that intersection that the state has given us. So do I have a motion to give them our seal of approval for this new design?
I'll make that motion.
Okay,
Second.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
It's not a roundabout, is it?
Pardon?
It's not a roundabout, is
You
it?
wanna see?
Close.
Close.
They cut it
Close.
back a little bit so it'd be easier for the state to maintain. And it's a rise that trucks can go over, so they can pull off from Pines Plains, still come around. And it's a narrow opening, but when trucks need to come through, they can drive over it. So,
And yes, strangely enough, there are trucks that come down Pines Plains because there are
big vehicles.
big cornfields out back, so equipment's gotta go in and out there, so.
Same road, different project, the Mesa Road slide repair. DeWolf will come in to your next meeting and do a presentation on what they know to this point, give you some options and get your feedback.
Do we have an advance copy of that?
Pardon?
Do you have any advance copy of that?
Of where they are? I can try.
I'd like to see what that is prior to going into public, so I have some valid questions or concerns before I have to blow a gasket on TV.
Well, don't go into it with that.
I'm not happy with that contractor, or that particular vendor.
Okay. And I think we've moved into your area.
Yes, we've been doing really good. We're just a bombing right along here.
Sorry.
Okay, so we have a solid waste ordinance violation letter.
You do. This is the ongoing problem in the park.
Have you
So
seen this letter?
that's gonna go to the landowner, not the residents.
So a lot of people are asking, what are we doing about the property in the park? And we are trying to help get that cleaned up, but it's a long and slow process. So this is a notice violation for the landowner.
Looks like they're gonna have another bonfire, because they got a stack of skids out there.
No, it's just,
Those are their two dogs running through the cemetery too.
Maybe they butchered another pig.
I only hit one sandal.
That was
and-
4th of July.
Only hit one sandal and some Legos today, mowing.
So are we good with that letter, Richard?
Yep.
Okay, so can I have a motion to sign the notice of violation?
So moved.
Do I have a
Second it.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Go ahead and sign, gentlemen. Okay, video surveillance policy.
It's been kicking around for a really long time. I think one of the hangups was not really understanding who would monitor it for us, who would maintain.
Okay, we're gonna put in the select board chair and vice chair will be the monitors.
Well, I think in previous talks, we had talked about having the IT, whoever is covering IT would have that ability to, the responsibility of inspecting the cameras on a regular basis and holding access so that it isn't available to multiple people. So that if there was an incident where you needed video, there would be one person that you would go to, and that would be your IT person, and they'd be responsible for capturing that for you.
Right, but we had a discrepancy with our IT person, didn't we?
Yeah, did you talk to him about that?
He did install.
Sense? Because he doesn't support the cameras that were installed.
Yeah. And that's
That
why
was the
the,
problem.
that's why the select board wanted to go chair and vice chair, no matter who it is.
Okay, I thought we had resolved that.
Oh, no.
Have you talked to him since?
No.
Oh, I haven't talked to him about the cameras.
Okay. So why don't we double check on that? I think other than that, the policy is ready.
Mhm.
So I'll double check on that and next time you
Why
can
not?
make it, one more time. We're getting there.
One more time and that's it. We're
Sharon,
throwing it away or,
is that just for this property, or how's it gonna work with,
well, this would be a town property, so,
so,
Who
there's an
has-
incident out there, there's nothing in place currently.
So it should cover you too.
So, we got, if there's an incident, we have to call the select board to come over and view it.
I,
Library. I don't even know if they have any, do they?
Yeah,
yes,
they
they do.
do.
Oh, yes, I've looked at that.
Okay. So if not IT, your preference would be select board chair and vice chair.
Yeah, that was the preference of Josh and Randy.
Okay, all right, we'll put that on next time, and I think that's it.
Okay, any other questions or comments for public comment?
I did want to mention, and I completely forgot during my section, most people are probably wondering, we don't have a tax rate yet, mainly because our budget didn't pass until the middle of June. Just today, I did receive in the mail the official education rate, and it did go up about 10 cents from last year. So our taxes are definitely going up.
Oh.
That's just the education side of things. I meant to put it in my folder and I forgot, but you remember off the top of your head? Last year was 1.25.
It was like 1.3536 or something like that.
Last year was 1.2547, and this year's 1.335. Yeah, I could go get the exact, but it's basically 10 cents higher for the homestead, the residential rate.
And that's 10 cents per,
Thousand.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
My bill's going up $400.
yeah.
I already calculated, that's a
it's-
lot. Too
It's,
So,
don't be mad at the town.
right, that's the thing.
School.
Do not be pissed off at your town employees. Wasn't their fault. My question to you is, did you show up to the vote? If you didn't, then the next time this comes around, maybe you will be smarter.
So we will be setting that tax rate next select board meeting. The official, and no one's gonna like it.
Nope, nobody, I don't like it. Nobody wants their taxes to go up.
Stinky.
And I'm sorry, but what about the older people that are on fixed income?
Like me.
Hey,
Right,
our
old timer Woody.
I think you were all conned and you let yourselves be conned, so,
I voted against it.
me too. All right,
Quick,
so,
Yeah, I've got a question. What's going on with the tower, the fire department? I do not wanna see that old tower back up on that new roof. Is
I
there
haven't
something,
heard anything from Joe in quite a while on the tower. I know they were having difficulty,
with the cement, right?
Well,
That's what
no.
he told me.
I don't think it was the cement.
no, it's, Radio North they're having problems with, so they are reaching out to someone else to see, if they can do the job if Radio North can't get their together.
But we can't put that stuff back up on that new
No.
roof.
It's all
I
rusted.
I just wanna make that,
It had damaged the roof. too.
right, that's what I'm saying.
It shouldn't be on there.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I just wanna
They're
make
trying to
sure
get
we're on the
another
same
opinion.
page on that.
Yeah, yeah.
what is the status of the roof? And do they have a
Slow.
projected completion date?
They have the last of their material, which was the last holdup, and so I would suspect it'll be out of here in a week. We have a stretch of nice weather now, and they have everything.
We learned from this project, I hope.
Bridge done, the roof done, hey, we're
What's
rocking
the
and
project
rolling.
on the progress on the ADA project?
I wrote it in your report. Front entrance will be closed until the end of the project. They're not gonna reopen that. They've done, I believe, what they can do in the bathrooms. No, sorry, they're still gonna put the bathrooms back together and just wait for an electrician to rehook the power. And the bathrooms will be done. Then they're just waiting for doors and the window to arrive. And then they're gonna tear this place apart with like 3 to 6 days of crazy work, noise, dust, painting, and then they'll be gone.
Might be
So
2
they
days.
said 1 or 2 days we might have to close.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna take to get the window and doors in, but their original project timeframe was 3 months. And they believe they're still on track. So once they finish the bathrooms, they're done till their doors come in.
They've been great.
I asked them if they wanted to finish the roof. They're great. Their work is amazing.
But their front walk, I would've done that cement instead of the wood.
Well, we've had that
That was
Not
discussion.
their choice, they didn't make
They
that
were
decision.
following the plans.
Yeah, that was an architectural decision.
Yep. No, that's been mentioned by many.
Oh, every
It is.
day. Oh,
Most
today
definitely.
even they stop you.
On
It
every,
looks kind of just residential, this looks
Because in
very,
a couple of years, you might have
seems
to
out of
replace
place,
that.
yeah.
it doesn't look like it fits.
No.
Oh, we have plowing. Well,
I'll be hit before the plow.
Yeah, Butch has already said, gonna get hit by a car or the plow.
Just like the flower pots.
Okay. All right, thank you very much for coming. I make a motion to exit executive session and go in a regular session. I'm ready to go home. To exit regular session and go into executive session with Heidi Bridge Valenta and Shelley LaRoe.
Then Ty Schwingen,
Oh, Ty? Why do I need Ty?
because something, we just wanted to update, and I don't think it's been, I don't think we've talked to Ty about it. Of the arena.
Ty looks confused too.
Oh, okay, yeah, I need you for just a couple
We
minutes.
got 25 minutes.
Yeah, no problem. All right, thank you very much.